Well, hey there, Chaplain Dalton. It's our second installment of Chaplains in Cars with Coffee. Woo-woo. So tell me a little bit about why we're doing things this way. I feel a little far away from you.
I know. So I got to thinking about, we weren't very good examples last week when we were all up in my car together, and my car's not big enough to be 6 feet away. And I realized how, it was not good that all these people are showing themselves in these big crowds, and here we were, just not a big crowd, but us, and I thought we would set a better example.
So we are actually doing a Zoom call for Chaplains in Cars getting coffee.
And I'm in the car. She's not.
I am not. But I do have coffee.
Okay.
So that
actually
helps.
Has some chamomile tea here, but it's good enough.
Yeah. The tea just didn't sound as good as the CCC.
I know.
So tell me a little bit about what it's been like at the prison this past week.
Well, it wasn't a lot different from the previous week. A few things changed a lot. A lot of some people would be really mad if they said it wasn't much different, because some of our custody staff were doing things like making up cleaning schedules so that there are people cleaning doorknobs and things that people touch every hour on the hour, and it took quite a bit of coordination. The big thing that I did this week was working with the Ministry of Hope, and with LaRonda, who's the chair of our board now, and with Susan Maney at the prison and David Velez at the prison, trying to coordinate how to get some more activities for the women, some art projects and things like that. And
yeah, I bet they're kind of bored out of their mind.
Well, they need things to do, especially on rainy days when it's sunny outside and they can get out and play ball and stuff like that. It's not quite so bad, but we had a couple of days this week where it was really rainy and cold and miserable. And so I have puzzles. Let's see. Yeah, they're too far to reach. I have puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. I have adult coloring books and pencils, and a trunk full of stuff that I got from some volunteers on Wednesday morning. And then we realized I was going to have to let all that sit in my car until all the virus that could have possibly been on it could die. And so in thinking of that, we thought, boy, we really don't need a lot of volunteers putting themselves at risk to come over to drop off stuff, to leave in my car for days before we could ever get it inside. And so today they received a large shipment of journals and everybody's getting a set of 12 colored pencils. LaRonda found us a bunch of free adult coloring pages that they could print off and give to the women, and so now they have colored pencils to use with those. Did I say journals? Everybody's getting a journal. So that really is going to work out better if people can funnel funds through the Ministry of Hope and not trying to come and bring us things, because people really do need to be staying home.
That makes complete sense. So give us one story that happened this past week.
Well, I have a sad one.
Aww.
We have a woman who she had known for a little while that her father had cancer, and then she knew that it was in his bones, and then she found out that it was brain, and then this week there's just not anything I can normally under those circumstances. We probably would have been able to ask him. He's at home, but we probably would have been able to work with hospice to get him at an in-care facility so that she could go for a couple of hours to visit him. And there's no way to do that now. The facilities, they can't let people come in, and it's really sad, and it's hard for her. And there are a few things like that going on this week. But we've had some bright spots too. A lot more women coming by the chapel, not all at the same time, but coming by the chapel to just to chat, for prayer, to write their prayers. We put those big pink sheets up on the wall, and they're filled up. So I ordered some more of those large Post-it notes to put on the wall. I hope to borrow one of the program cameras at some point and get some pictures of that so we can show people what that looks like. But the choir came in, and we had already decided that we weren't going to let them sing, and they were freaked out. They too had seen the news about all those choir members getting sick, and so they listened to some music that they want to sing in the future, and just get that in their heads, and had their prayer time, and really just enjoyed the quiet at the chapel. The dance team, shout out to Karen Collins. The dance team did great last night. I pulled in one of our former members and let her teach them some things, because they were really struggling, because they were all brand new, and to not have their leader there had been really difficult for them. So that was fun.
Well, that sounds like a busy week. What are you doing to take care of yourself?
Well, I took today off.
Of course, besides
did a little bit of cleaning.
You got yourself some chamomile tea.
I have my chamomile tea here. Just some downtime, and trying to laugh as much as I can. Watch my new friend Susan Sparks, another shout out. She's a pastor in New York City that I actually got to meet just before all of this broke loose. I was at a conference over in Knoxville with her, and so she does a story at noon every day on Facebook, and that she's just very inspirational, and that was good. Trying to be to know that this is real, but to put some laughter in there, and remembering wise words that people have told me in the past. It's all been good. Listening to these women, really, it's work, but they have a wisdom that most people would never understand if they've not encountered them. And to watch them get really anxious and then come back around and feed my words back to me. It's just what always happens. It's good stuff. They're beautiful people.
That's the truth. That is the truth. Well, any final words before we close this session of Chaplains in Cars more than 6 feet away with coffee and chamomile tea?
I think just continue to pray for everybody. There's some new guidelines that came out today, and so it'll just like the grocery stores are doing, with putting tape on the floors and things like that to make sure that people are far enough apart. Some of those things started today. People were already doing that, but this is more of this is what 6 feet really looks like. And so tomorrow I'm going to go in the chapel I'm going to get there early in the afternoon and actually mark the pews off 6 feet apart so that there won't be any question. And I've been getting in there doing this number and saying, 2 arms lengths apart, and I won't have to act like a crazy person. I'll just say, sit in between the markers, and that'll help.
I think the women would prefer your craziness.
Well, probably. And I'm not on camera when well, yeah, I am too.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
I really am.
Yeah, you are. Somebody's watching. Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for watching Chaplains in Cars, getting coffee and chamomile. And we'll see y'all next week. Until then, stay safe and stay home.